What's up, guys? We're here in St. Petersburg, Florida at Elite Body Cryo Therapy, and I'm going to show you the full experience of what it's like to do a cryotherapy session and what it's all about. If you've seen my previous video of me jumping in the freezing cold lake in Switzerland, you know that I'm a huge fan of cold exposure, from reading and seeing the things that Wim Hof is doing to just everybody knows when your joints or your ankles are hurting to ice it. I'm a huge fan of cold exposure, and that's what first got me in to Elite Body Cryotherapy and coming here, was because living in Florida, it's really hard to find cold exposure. So when I found cryotherapy here just 20 minutes from my house, I knew I had to come in and give it a try. And I've been using it ever since for about a year now. And I use it for more reasons than just physical. I also feel like just stepping out of your comfort zone and putting your mind and body into that cold exposure, it's amazing where your mind can go, and you'll be surprised of how much mentally stronger that you're able to get when you start using cold exposure. And that's what got me into using cryotherapy. So I'm going to show you guys the full experience of what it's like and exactly what we're doing in here. So follow me in, and I'm going to introduce you to Michelle, and I'm going to show you exactly what the whole experience is like of doing cryotherapy. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, welcome, Will. How are you today?
Good. This is Michelle, the nice lady who runs the place, and we're going to show you the full experience of exactly what it's like. So come on back with us. So this is the chamber that I go in, and these are the tanks. I don't know too much about them. So Michelle, what exactly are in these tanks?
So what we have here is liquid nitrogen, and so by the time that we put you in the machine, we've run the temperatures, and that's the white cloud and the smoke that people will see, and that's
about exactly how cold does it get in there?
So to you, we're going to put you at about negative 170 Fahrenheit, so it's pretty cold, sub-zero temperatures. Yeah.
And how long am I going to be in there for?
You're going to be there for 3 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be there for 3 minutes for under
super sub-zero temperatures.
Super sub-zero temperatures. So I'm going to get dressed, get ready, and we're going to jump on in there.
Yeah. Let it cool down, and as soon as he comes out, then he jumps in and we get started. It will be pretty cold, yeah.
And like Michelle always tells me, I gotta make sure I put my shoes and my mitts on. Michelle, why do I always gotta put these on again?
So we are protecting our extremities, our hands and our feet, and I mean we've been running multiple sessions, so the machine is pretty nice and crispy in there, so we want to make sure that we avoid any kind of frostbite on the skin.
From what I understand is your hands and your feet kind of regulate your body temperature, so if you're able to cover those up, it's just a lot more bearable in there too, right?
And so for the guys, obviously you keep your boxers on, and then I think we're ready.
Only because she makes me. Let's run this thing. Turn this baby down. It does get pretty cold, but as long as you're able just to stay present and just keep breathing, and anytime you start thinking about how cold you are, just kind of put your mind towards your breath, it's a lot more bearable. And then just keep moving, keep turning. Nice deep breath. So how cold is it in here?
We are at about negative 147 right now. So it's going to reach that 170.
It feels real similar to when you're trying to ice your knee or say your ankle, and you first put that ice pack on your knee. It's pretty uncomfortable at first, but it kind of gets better and better and better. And as soon as you take that ice pack off, that's when your body just rushes in that new blood, that new oxygen. And that's one of the greatest benefits of doing cryotherapy, is just the increase of blood and oxygen that's going to rush through your whole entire body. And then on top of that, it's just a comfort killer. It's always good to step out of your comfort zone mentally. because the easier it is to jump in cold water, the easier it is going to be to start that project that you've been putting off for a few months, or make that uncomfortable phone call that you've been wanting to do that you know it's going to make a huge impact better in your life. This is just stepping out of your comfort zone and strengthening your mind in all different aspects. Ain't even that bad as long as you keep talking. Whew. And then she could use this thing and actually check my body temperature, see how much it went down.
61, 62,
so that's pretty good. It dropped to 61, 62 degrees. And what's the regular body temperature, like 97
Normally
degrees?
about 90, 85
yeah,
to
right
90.
On. So we dropped like 30 degrees, and as you can see how my skin gets red, that's extra blood flow just going through my whole entire body. And this is why I use this recovery method when I was going through my surgeries, like my collarbone surgery and my knee surgery, just like I was talking about so many times before. Increasing that blood and oxygen is really what's going to help your body heal and function at 100%. Actually, also another little bonus that she has here, and it's the NormaTec machines that I'll show you guys those too. But I'm going to get dressed, put some clothes on. We'll get this thing going. Another one of my favorite parts about coming to Elite Body Cryo Therapy is they actually have these NormaTec legs, and they actually have the hands too, which is pretty cool. You just put them on like pants or like a shirt, and they sit there and they use the compression, and you can honestly feel the blood and the oxygen just getting flushed and pumped throughout your whole body. And what else does it do, Michelle?
So for you as an athlete, we're working with your lactic acid. And it's really flushing all the lactic acid towards the lymphatic system and cleaning the body just from a lot of waste products that the body's just trying to get rid of. So we're working with more blood circulation and really enhancing the muscle to be activated and to do what it's supposed to do. So
awesome, that's good. So yeah, these are these NormaTec machines, and it's pretty simple. I just sit down and get hooked up on them and lay back and watch some TV and relax. This is one of my favorite parts because you can just literally sit here, relax, watch a movie, read a book, watch some YouTube videos, do whatever you want and just chill, relax, sit back and recover. Yeah, I wish I could have a pair of these NormaTecs at my house. See, and I feel down by my feet it just filling up with air and just pressing on my ankles, pressing on my calves and my knees, pumping the blood straight towards my heart. And what that's doing is flushing that blood, that old waste product filled blood, straight to my heart so it can replenish with some new, fresh, clean blood. And then once she gets the hands on, the hands will do the same thing. And the cool thing about these NormaTecs that Michelle does for me sometimes, she was doing this after my surgery, is somehow you can actually target certain spots. So if you're having a little bit more trouble with your knee, there's a way on the settings to target your knee specifically during this recovery method. Yeah, this part is much more relaxing than the actual cryotherapy chamber. It's not cold. It's not cold at all. It feels real similar to when you're at the doctor and they're checking your blood pressure. So it's just that same sensation, but pretty much through your whole body, pumping in the new blood, taking out the old toxic blood, and yeah, it's nice and relaxing. Oh yeah. Oh. So you can see the lines, see the extra blood flow that's coming in. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, did you hear that? So from last year having the rough season and going through 2 different surgeries, from my collarbone surgery to my knee surgery and breaking my femur, cryotherapy and cold exposure and the NormaTecs were a huge part of my recovery and what I was doing to really just different methods of increasing that blood flow and increasing that oxygen, because that's really where you're going to get most of the healing benefits. And it's said that the cryotherapy machine actually burns about 800 calories just doing one session of the cryotherapy. So on top of muscle recovery and healing your joints and healing all your ligaments, it also helps in fat loss too. So I've been coming to Elite Body Cryo Therapy and using these practices for about a year now, coming just about once a week, but there's people who come here pretty much every single day as far as what Michelle's telling me, and if I could be here every single day, I really would too, because it's just amazing how much better it makes your body feel, and you can genuinely feel the recovery when you're walking out, and almost the instant difference of how much better your body feels. So I first discovered Elite Body Cryo Therapy about a year ago, and pretty much ever since I've been going about once a week, and the sessions are about an hour long. It takes about 15 minutes to get this ready to get in and get out, and then about 45 minutes on the NormaTecs. So it's about an hour once a week, but there are people who come here actually every single day. I just want to thank you guys so much for going on the journey with me and going through the experience of doing cryotherapy. If you have any questions at all, please just leave it in the comments below, and I'll do my best with Michelle and our team to answer them. And like always, make sure you like and subscribe, and be ready for some more content coming out soon. Thank you. Sorry, I can't see my dick, but it's nice and frozen in there. Good.